Hello everybody, my name is X Factor and welcome back to some Battlefield 1 multiplayer, and I'm doing this more than previous Battlefield titles in the past. That's busting out the old bolt action. The SMLE Mark III is my choice in the Battlefield 1 Alpha. Remember, there are different ranges for different weapons when it comes to their damage output and sweet spots when you're hitting somebody in the chest, legs, or arms. You get bigger numbers depending on what range and what weapon you're using, and this is the long-range bomber. You'll see a couple of these shots when stuff starts hitting the fan that I'm doing 90+ damage to the chest. Absolutely disgusting, not to mention the increased velocity with some of these sniper rifles makes it a blast to use compared to previous titles. And sniping isn't new to me. I used to op in CS, and I used to play a ton of Bushwookie in Bad Company 2. I was a guy that was throwing out the Pokeballs, had my C4 ready, then of course my trusty VSS, the tap fire machine. But they weren't as effective, or I wasn't as effective in other Battlefield titles, and I really like to play the proper class for what was called for at that moment. But thanks to K-Bullets and the ability to have a light anti-armor grenade, you could really mess up armor with the sniper. Remember, it's all about interrupting their repair. So when they go into the manual repair, they're holding X on PC. If they take any damage, no matter if it's from a normal grenade, a anti-armor grenade, a K-Bullet, artillery shell, AT rocket, it stops their repair. Plus, they take even more damage. And why not bust out the artillery shell and put one to the mouth? So, one of the most helpful things that the sniper has is his flare gun, which people don't seem to be using enough. You can use it as a area of denial, because anybody that walks through it, you're going to burn them. And it's going to hurt quite a bit. The longer they stand in it, the more damage they do. But it also has a damage over time. And you'll see underneath where your weapon is, you're going to get points for doing that damage. So it's a good alert that somebody is near. Not to mention what it does on the minimap. It puts everybody and any deployable on the minimap. So if somebody's got trip wires out, if they're stationary in a building, if they're moving around, it's going to show them. Remember, there's hollow boxes and there's solid boxes. That dictates what level of verticality they have. Are they above you a level or two? Well, there's a different indication with what's going on with the box. So there's always a clear indicator. And they last quite a bit, but you only get one. That's why it's important to balance the teams when it comes to the classes. Support is always welcome. Remember, some of these tanks can actually drop support bags. So if you're a tanker, make sure you drop your health kit or your support bag, depending on which tank that you're in. So one thing that's nice about the sniping in Battlefield 1 is you can be extremely effective from stopping pushes. This is one way of PTFOing. We've got enough people on the flag burning it towards our team, so we'll be able to use that as a spawn point. And if you get into some elevation like this, take a look at this beautiful view. That is multiple enemy soldiers coming in hoping to contest E, and it's still being contested. So what are you doing? You're making them very uncomfortable. You're picking off a couple kills. Hopefully you're getting a squad wipe, which is the ultimate goal, because once you get them off the flag and you cause a squad wipe, guess what? They gotta go all the way back to F, because that's the only flag that they possess at this moment. So you really can be a game changer, especially when you're dropping bodies to the ground as quickly as what's happening right now, but the jig is up. They definitely know where I'm at as they're pre-firing this. Probably have some bipods out and some stationary guns positioned here. So we're basically going to take another peek or so, maybe have them worry about me, then the other infantry that's around, and basically go down with the ship. So this is something that I didn't feel comfortable with in Battlefield 4. I would snipe occasionally in Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3, but I actually feel really comfortable and effective while doing it in Battlefield 1. And I will still play a ton of Assault. That's probably the primary kit I play. You can simply destroy anything and everything up close, except for shotguns, of course. And then, of course, armor is not safe at all. If an armor gets in kill box like this, these little corners and these side streets, and there is some assaulters that have multiple angles or verticality, the tank is dead. It's disabled, and then it's dead. Remember, you can carry up to 3 anti-tank grenades with assault. You can actually change your primary grenade that is default anti-infantry to the light anti-armor. That is a ton of damage output in a split second. You don't even need your AT rocket, but remember, as a sniper, it's your job to put pressure on that armor as well. Are they on fire? Space out your K bullets. Keep them in a disrepaired state so they can't move. They're still critical. Allow your teammates to sneak up on them and do the finishing blow. But you might get the finishing blow as well. I can't tell you how many pieces of armor I've already killed. And planes, remember, aim for the wings with your normal bullet. If you do enough damage to the plane on one wing, it will simply yank them out of the sky, especially if they're flying low, because there is dynamic damage to air vehicles. So next time you see a plane passing by, whether you have an automatic weapon or a semi-auto, just start ripping up their wings. That's another thing that I don't see enough people doing. Planes are glass cannons in Battlefield 1. If you rip up their wings, they have to auto-repair, doing it manually. And if they take any damage, it cancels it out. So hopefully you guys enjoyed some of these thought processes of sniping in Battlefield 1. Give the SMLE Mark III a try. I had a blast. I hope you did. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below. We'll see you guys soon.